Bonjour, welcome to another episode of French Moments with me, Dr. Sewena Mchachu. Today we are going to look at relative pronouns in French. So we have the pronoun relative. We're not going to look at all of them, we're going to look at 3 of the most common ones that you're likely to come across when learning French. So we have qui, que, dont. Qui, que, and dont. Now we've seen qui and que when we're looking at questions, but this is also a very different context where they are relative pronouns which would translate into English into terms like who, which, whom, whose, etc. Alright, and so we are going to look at an example is in English, the woman who is coming is my auntie. Now you notice that who is coming will form what we call a relative clause, okay? And you can remove it and say the woman is my auntie. So the relative clause gives some more information relative to the subject. And we have a similar thing in French. So we have qui, we have que, and we have dont that are used in different contexts. When you see qui, you see that normally we would have qui used when it is the subject performing an action. Okay, so we have, for example, la femme qui arrive est ma tante. La femme qui arrive est ma tante. We can actually remove the qui arrive and just have la femme est ma tante. The woman who is coming is my auntie. The woman who is coming is my auntie. We can remove the who is coming and have the woman is my auntie. But the relative pronoun gives us more information. Now we say the woman who is coming, la femme qui arrive. Who is coming? It is my auntie. So we see that my auntie is the one directly performing, the woman is the one directly performing the action of arriving. And so we use qui. La femme qui arrive est ma tante. Another example is l'homme qui chante s'appelle Nathaniel Bassi. L'homme qui chante s'appelle Nathaniel Bassi. We could easily have l'homme s'appelle Nathaniel Bassi, but we are providing more information about him and we say l'homme qui chante. So the man who is singing is called Nathaniel Bassi, or the man who is singing's name is Nathaniel Bassi. Okay, so the man is the same person performing the action of singing. So we use qui. So to identify qui, you notice that the qui, the person, the subject is the same person performing the action. Okay, all right. So la femme qui chante, la femme qui arrive, l'homme qui chante. The woman who is arriving, the man who is singing. We use qui. When we have que, we use que. It might be in the position of subject, but it's not the subject, but is rather the object in a certain sense. So we say that la femme que j'ai rencontrée est très belle. The woman that I met is very beautiful, or the woman who I met is very beautiful. La femme que j'ai rencontrée. So we see that it's not the woman who did the meeting, but somebody met the woman. So the woman is an object in this context. Okay, la femme que j'ai rencontrée. So you can't say la femme qui j'ai rencontrée, but it will be la femme que j'ai rencontrée. So the woman that I met is very beautiful. And then la maison que j'ai achetée se trouve à Canada. The house that I bought is found at Canada. Okay, one thing you'll notice between qui and que is that usually when you have qui, it is followed directly by the verb that is being conjugated, whilst que is usually followed by a pronoun before the verb. So you see that the subject of rencontrer is j'ai and not la femme. That will help you to know that you should use que. Then we also have le garçon que j'ai vu est ton cousin. The boy that I saw is your cousin. Now you notice that here we have rencontré with an extra e and acheter with an extra E. That is also one of the qualities of using K. When you have the feminine, when the subject is feminine, there's agreement in number and gender. If it was plural, the women that I met would have had to put an S. If it was a man that I met, there will be no extra E, etc. So there's agreement with number and gender when working with K, for example. Alright, then the last one is don't. Don't is about or usually you see that the noun that it goes with go with prepositions. For example, HL preposition de. So we say parler de quelqu'un, to talk about someone. Then we also have expressions like avoir besoin de, to have need of. So when you see don't, usually it's because there's a de hidden in the construction, and the don is like de qui or de quoi. Okay, so le garçon dont vous parlez est le fils du président. Is the boy you are talking about is the president's son. You don't say le garçon que vous parlez or le garçon qui vous parlez de, because we hear some of those expressions to say you are talking about. You don't say qui vous parlez de, but you would say dont vous parlez. And the same, c'est dont vous avez besoin est la sagesse. What you need is wisdom, because in French the expression is to have need of something. So the dont here includes the of. So it's like what you have need of is wisdom. So that's why the dont is here. So a lot of people say c'est que j'ai besoin or c'est que vous avez besoin. You don't say that. You say c'est dont vous avez besoin, c'est dont j'ai besoin, c'est dont nous avons besoin. Then you say what you need. I'm sure that you'll find a lot more examples, and I'm sure your teachers will also help you. But this is just to understand when you see qui, que, and dont. You should know that normally we have parler de and then avoir besoin de. So expressions like that, and that will help you know that you should use dont when you are using them in sentences. I hope this has been helpful. Leave comments, leave questions, leave suggestions, and we will get back to you. Don't forget to share with your friends. If you're a teacher, don't forget to share with your students so that they can use to practice in their spare time. Like and subscribe so they'll come your way with another episode. Au revoir et à bientôt.